Let's move on to 11.3, genes and alleles. First, we look at the definition of locus. Locus is a specific location of a gene in a chromosome. Each chromosome carries many genes. As you can see here in this picture, this shows a pair of homologous chromosomes, and that you can see that there are many loci over here. Loci is the plural for locus. So once again, each chromosome carries many genes because the genes sits at different loci. So in human, the number of genes that code for proteins in a set of haploid chromosomes is estimated to be 25,000. The number of genes. Allele, which represents a gene, is located at the same locus as the gene. Same locus as the gene. That is alleles. Alleles that represent a gene. And this shows 5 genes. This picture shows 5 genes with their respective alleles on a specific loci of a pair of homologous chromosomes. So you can see 5 genes over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 is homologous to 2, 2 homologous to 1. That means they are a pair of homologous chromosomes. On these two loci, genes are homozygous because of the similar alleles. So you can see here both capital F. So homo, same. Homozygous dominant because they are characterized by big letter, capital letter. So that means they are dominant, carries dominant trait. For this is actually a small letter J, both of them. So homozygous, small letter, so this is recessive trait. Okay, for this M on this locus at this position, this location, the genes are heterozygous. Hetero means different because of the different alleles. Okay, moving on. This is to recap the definition, the terms which we have discussed earlier on. What is a gene? The basic unit of inheritance consists of DNA segment located on a specific locus of a chromosome, and that gene controls a specific characteristics of organisms. For example, assuming that a gene on this locus controls the height characteristics, referring to these. Then this gene, it is represented by an allele, okay, represented or characterized by a letter that controls height. So a capital T and a small t. Capital T controls the tall trait, and that is dominant trait, whereas the small letter t controls dwarf trait. So allele, once again, to recap, it is an alternative form of a gene for a specific trait, and that is located at the same locus of a pair of homologous chromosomes. Activity 11.2. This is to make an analogy to relate allele, locus, and gene of chromosomes. You see whether this helps you to understand better the definition of gene, locus, and also alleles. So the chromosomes is represented by these shopping mall locus, represented by the car park places. Level 1, for example, at level 1 car park, box 212, 213, 214. These are the different loci. So the gene will be the sedan car, and the allele, the alternatives form of the cars are with different models, sedan car P, Q, or R, and R.